I remember editing this video a few years ago saying I shouldn't take the earliest flight to New York City. It's 3:15 in the morning. We're going to New York City.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So we are here at the 2026 New York International Auto Show here at the Javits Center, and it is fantastic to be back. Last time I was here was in 2024, skipped 2025, had some other stuff going on that year, but let me tell you, this has been nothing short of exciting to see all the manufacturers turn out, some of the exhibits, and some of the information that we're seeing for the car manufacturers here for 2026 and beyond. So with that, let's go ahead and walk into the show. I got a bunch of stuff I want to show you guys. This is a two-day event, so some of this is filmed yesterday, some of this is filmed today. There's so many things to go over. This is going to be a long video, but it's going to be really fun. So let's take a deep dive. Here we go. So we're right here over at the Ford booth. So as you enter the auto show, hang a left. They're going to be basically from here all the way to the back. Ford brought a bunch of stuff for the Mustang platform that I really want to show you guys here. Let's take a look. So we have the Dark Horse SC actually unveiled here at the auto show. This was not at Detroit. And this is basically just imagine the Dark Horse, right? You've already got that 500 horsepower track monster that basically is the GT on steroids. They added a Whipple to this and a bunch of other stuff, so this is going to put out potentially up to 800 horsepower. It's got a new transmission it's going with. There's carbon fiber wheels, and then whatever these like seafoam teal calipers look fantastic. And actually, I wish I could open up the interior. It was open yesterday, but they actually carried that teal color over into the stitching and the seat belts on the inside. But fantastic car. Love the blue, love the teal. Really kind of excited to see what this does. And then right here in the back, we have a Mustang GTD. So this is the true track monster. Like, this thing is meant for the track, but it's somehow still street legal. They've got it here in basically an American racing heritage. So it's got the red, white, and blue stripe coming up the back. And you can see there, they've got those giant disc brakes on all four corners and super meaty Michelin tires on it. Really cool platform to see. So I would love to have one, but at that point, I'd rather probably have a Porsche. Sorry, Ford, but just if I'm having a track car, it's going to be a GT3. So while we're over here at Ford, we're going to walk over to the Bronco RTR. So they said that the interior was unveiled here at the New York Auto Show. I could have swore I saw this in Detroit. I could be wrong, but here we are. Regardless, really like the design. I love the trail kind of decals on the left and right hand side of this vehicle. The green accents are really, really neat. Especially, I think it's kind of like the Sasquatch pack where it's got the wheel locks and whatnot, and then that green carries up to the front hood. So fantastic. All right, so after you pass the Ford display, you're going to enter Chevy and all of their vehicles that they brought here. They basically take up the back left corner, and right in the front, you got a ZR1, and I think this is actually a ZR1X. Man, fantastic setup. The black, red interior, carbon fiber wheels, and this wing. Like, this is a dinner table basically put on the back of this car. That is fantastic. And then you have the engine that actually goes inside of that monster, and it's actually surprising seeing this packaged. It's actually a lot smaller. I mean, this is like a 6.2 liter, I think, something like that. Let's see, 5.5 liter, but still, like, if you think of a Coyote engine, right? Like, that is way smaller than a Coyote engine, and it's packaged extremely well, but it does have these massive, beefy turbos on both sides of the engine. And then one thing I'm trying to figure out on the engine, I don't know, but off the turbo, this goes up here into the intake manifold. I'm thinking this is an intercooler of some sort, or I don't know if it's doing fuel injection on the intake as well as port injection. I actually need to research this engine a little bit further, but super impressed with the packaging on this. It's super clean. With the Corvette, we also have the debut of the Grand Sport. The blue color, I think this is the Admiral Blue. Looks great. The red interior pairs up really well with it. It has those shoulder stripes there, I guess we could call it. But you get the wide body, you get that, and you get the different engines. So this will be different than the regular C8 engine. And I think I've heard that this will have the capability, so the E-Ray will get dropped, but the Grand Sport has the capability to add the EV characteristics to this vehicle. And then at the very back of the Ford display, which really surprised me because I would really have put these guys up front. I mean, the ZR1X is amazing, but these are the Vision Gran Turismo vehicles, so you can actually buy that vehicle in Gran Turismo 7. And listen, I know these vehicles aren't real. Like that I think they probably pushed that in. It has an engine, it's not the 2,000 horsepower like the video game has, but that thing's sweet. And they've got it open. The interior is mocked up a little bit too, so obviously like it has the carbon fiber, the plastic, whatever you want to call it. But it does have the steering wheel, and you actually can see that it's got lights and stuff like that, like you can see in the game. But super, super cool setup. Love the way this looks. I know a Corvette will probably never look like these vehicles, but if it ever did, all for it.
Right? Disco? Real disco. It's so much better than all of that stuff.
Whoever got to drive that in here, because like obviously they had to get this vehicle from the dock over to this, you had the best day ever. I would love to drive that car even for 10 seconds. All right, and we're over here at the middle display, which always has the kind of supercars, super luxury, and the exotics from Manhattan Motorcars. Manhattan Motorcars, you guys outdid yourselves this year. Let's take you in here. You guys are gonna love seeing this stuff.
I got a surprise for you. Hey boy, would you meet me on the roof tonight? I got a surprise for you.
Subaru's display this year is a little bit smaller than what they had in 2024 and potentially 2025, but same similar feel, setup, whatnot. So obviously we can't get too close, but they did unveil these at the New York Auto Show yesterday. You have the brand new 2027 Subaru Getaway, and they also showed off the new Subaru Forester Wilderness Hybrid. Both those are up there. Right now there's a ton of media, like there's even a whole production suite over here. So probably be a little bit before we can actually get up close to these guys. Man, this thing's sweet to look at. Really, really cool setup. I love the like louvers that are kind of tilted upward on the. Oh, and I just realized it still has the rear seats. There's you could sit back there while you're fucking drifting around. That is actually really neat. Right. Who's really trying to make a big presence this year at the New York Auto Show is Kia. They had a very sizable display the last time I was here, but it really has increased in the past couple of years to where they're basically the entire back half of the auto show. And you can see they've got a couple vehicles that they've unveiled. They have a lot of their lineup here in the front, but really, really impressive to see what they're trying to do. So one of the items revealed yesterday was the 2027 Kia Seltos. This is a prototype, so not at production just yet, but basically this is their crossover segment. And we're kind of stealing a little bit from like Hyundai. You know, if you look at the Ionic, it has similar door handles. So interior's been upgraded. This is like a pleather interior that they've designed that's new for the Seltos. Infotainment looks similar to other Kia lineup. And then over here is a Seltos as well, but this is their X line. So I think this is kind of like considered their premium trim, if you will. And I think the rear has a bit more room. So similar interior setup, similar infotainment, but if you notice seats, huge difference. You've kind of got, I don't want to say quilted, but I think you get what I'm trying to put down there. Obviously here at Kia, they have the full back of the showroom here at the auto show. I mean, you've got the Telluride, you've got the Sorento, the K5's kind of back there. I mean, literally, there's Subaru, right? So you're at that back corner at that point, and then all of this is Kia. It's like a whole dealership in one auto show. I've looked at Lucid for a few years, and I think they're just a bit above what my price point would want to be for an EV/daily driver. However, downstairs in the auto show, you'll see a little bit of video. I'll probably put that in here. You have the Gravity and the Air that you can do test rides with. And let me tell you, I was actually impressed with these. These are really punching above their weight class, I think.
Hold on tight. And in 3, 2, 1.
All right, from a manufacturer perspective, back home Audi is up there. I'd say Porsche and Audi are like the two premium boutique German brands. This is all that Audi brought. That's it. That's it, Audi. I guess New Yorkers don't like German cars.
I want to dance.
All right, next to Mercedes and the couple cars that they brought, I feel like a manufacturer was left out here. Who decided to not show up? Because this is this is just a wide open space. Hyundai is killing it this year with what they put on display. Their entire N lineup here in a row. You can look at every single one of them. And they've even got a race car in the back. They've got their Hyundai Home, whole EV segment. And then over there, we're gonna get to it in a minute, but they brought their Boulder. They just unveiled this. This is kind of like their Bronco competition. And here we've got the Ionic 5N. There's been no excuse that I love this thing after test driving it. Super comfortable. The wheel is actually fantastic. Like, it even feels good. It's got nice weight to it. The buttons are laid out in a really good way. And for an EV, obviously the big thing is you get a ton of storage just about everywhere. If I was looking at an EV, this actually probably would be one of the ones I would have. One of my favorite things is the seats are actually lit up with the N logo. And this is one that's taken me by surprise. This is a Hyundai Elantra N TCR edition. So kind of modeled after the TCR race. It's got an actual adjustable wing on the back. It looks kind of aftermarket with the way that they've mounted it to the deck lid here in the back. The interior of this is actually really well positioned. Got an Alcantara steering wheel, Alcantara accents just about everywhere else in the car. I missed this yesterday. So this is the Ionic 6N. So this kind of like looks like an Elantra, but obviously if it's the Ionic, this is an EV. And holy shit, the mat looks amazing. And then it's still got the giant kind of wing on the back like the Elantra N TCR. But this is impressive, guys.
Size, range, you name it, performance. One of my favorite things, just because I'm easily entertained, and if it's not involving food, then it's sounds and randomness. Yeah. But I like the supersonic. So if you've not heard it, have you heard the supersonic jet engine?
It's sweet.
I just find the simplest things to be the most entertaining. Now, if we were driving, it would also do this too, but
you get the regular ignition.
In my opinion, the most amazing car in production right now. I had the drift mode engaged. I just turned it off because we're gonna do something a little more aggressive than the drift mode right now. We're gonna try launch control. Have you seen launch control before?
Yes,
you
not in this. Oh yeah.
So
let's get it.
Do you know how it works? It says LC right now, launch control. I have my left foot on the brakes. I'm gonna floor the gas. Listen to this beautiful sound.
Okay.
Let's go. This car is capable of 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.7 seconds. If I click the drift optimizer, so I max out, it lets you twitch all these things. Let's do a little kick. Isn't it incredible?
That's neat for an EV. The debut at the New York International Auto Show was the Hyundai Boulder. So this thing is kind of Hyundai's body on chassis answer to, say, the Bronco or Jeep. They're kind of getting into that variant fully here with a SUV style, but I can dig the vibe of this. I like the kind of matte silver stainless steel look. Looks very utilitarian, very rugged. As we leave Hyundai, Genesis is around the corner from them, which obviously kind of the two brands are side by side. Genesis, y'all are making me want to spend money. So one, we've got the G90 back here, and they've built it into a station wagon, which holy shit, does that look really good. Like, I can get behind everything that is put down. I guarantee it will not be this low at production if this makes it to production. Right now, this is a concept only. The green on this is amazing, and I'm not normally a fan of wagons. Listen, I actually hate most wagons. I think they're just kind of like, just get an SUV. Just get an SUV if you need that much space. But this, I'm totally on board with. Great job. And then back here, we've got the GV60 Magma edition. So they had these 2 years ago as just concepts. I'm wondering if we're finally gonna get these in the US. I love this paint color, and this is actually an SUV that I can get behind. I like the size, I like the setup. This is kind of like the Ionic in terms of footprint, but man, interior, love the screens, that center setup, which that ball will rotate. I've seen that on other Genesis models. And then check out these seats. The pleated stitching that it has on the cloth texture there, that is super, super cool. Love everything about this car. And for the back, got plenty of room if you need passengers. And then for trunk space, right, it actually opens up pretty wide. Like you could daily this without issues. Fantastic job, Genesis. Yes, we are marching over to the German vehicles, yeah, where we lie about our fuel economy to sell more vehicles. Wunderbar. In the back, Toyota has all of their trucks. So over in the Cincinnati Auto Expo, they had practically all the same stuff, including the baby shit brown Land Cruiser back here, which I don't get this color, man. I don't know who the buyer is, but the Toyota, this blue that they've got on everything else that's over here, I can really get behind. Like, that's a great color. Like, this is a great looking truck.
Mets, baby, love the Mets. All right, baby, let's go. Get a home run, baby, love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
Might have actually brought something that caught my eye. So the new 2026 Charger Scat Pack, 550 horsepower for basically $55,000. Let's take a look. You got a bunch of ambient lighting everywhere throughout the cabin. You can kind of change color as well. So if we want to go blue, there we go. The weird little like pistol shift, I get what they're trying to do there. Just it's a little weird to me. But like I said, I'm not opposed to this.
Fazem refletir.
1968 Buick Skylark Custom. Customize it, put it back to original, and never cut the car. Most car shows you gotta have a fire extinguisher, first aid kit. Here we go. Showtime and a spare tire. Never seen in a convertible at any show. As it goes up, as I said, you could go back to original. I was here to hit a Buick button. Here we go. Never seen in a convertible. I'm gonna hit it again. Here you go. Flat screen TV that's coming out. There you go. It's got the Buick logo. As you go around, you see the video. The video is to the front. And as I explained to them, you can take this whole unit out, put your original back seat in.